Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Andrew, but over here on YouTube, I go by Drew Smokes, or Drew Smokes Green now. We did a little bit of a rebrand, guys. I decided it would be a little bit more family-friendly, user-friendly. I definitely sound like less of a tweaker right now, so we did switch it up a little bit, man. I hope you guys aren't too disgruntled with the change. I think it sounds better. It's gonna be better in the long run. But anyways, man, my name's Andrew. Welcome back to another YouTube video. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic as usual, man. I'm doing pretty good, man. I haven't posted in almost 2 weeks. I've been kind of slacking a little bit, guys. I did do a community post about a week ago saying that, you know, I was taking a little bit of a break. I was taking a little bit of a break in my personal life. And so what's actually been going on is I've been taking a tolerance break. I haven't been smoking in my personal life. And therefore I really don't have content to post unless it's just me, which I'm not at that level yet where I can just post just me, you know. It's a weed channel, there has to be the cannabis involved, of course. So I haven't been smoking, there hasn't been anything to post really, man. I've just been kind of taking it easy in my real life, just working on me, you know, working on me just as a sober person. And I think that's something that is necessary and that's good. And you know, tea break's something I do couple times every single year, just because I think it's absolutely necessary. Enough about that, man. That's where I've been. All right, guys, banger video for you guys coming up, man. As you can tell by the title, we're doing a little bit of a tier list today, something different, something I haven't done on the channel, man. I'm super excited for it because this is going to be a video where I can just sit back on my computer and I just get to talk about weed, man. I think it's going to be a good video for you guys too. I'm not smoking yet, guys. I do plan on returning very, very soon, but I really did want to get back uploading, so I'm not going to be smoking in this video. You, of course, feel free to. It's your choice. It's your call. Hey, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want, man. Feel free to agree or disagree with me in the comments below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Yeah, man. Let me know what you're smoking on down in the comments below. And yeah, we're just going to switch right over into this and get right into it. All right, man. So this is what the tier list is looking like. Basically what I did is I just looked up cannabis consumption tier list or cannabis consumption methods tier list, and I clicked on the first one I saw. I did make a little adjustments to the rankings here. So I have S, then it goes to A, then B, C, D, E, and then finally my last ranking is Duke, which is short for Dookie Cheeks. And that's just the worst of the worst, man. So that's the ranking scale. It's pretty basic. S is the best, A is really good, B's good, C is pretty average, D's not so good, E's bad, and then Duke is just, you know, really bad methods that you really, you know, you shouldn't be doing. And now let's talk about what we have down here below if you don't know, just so you're not confused. This is going to be dabs. This is tinctures right next to it. Next to that is edibles. Next to that is bongs. Next to that, that is a bubbler. That's dry pipes. That's joints. That is blunts. That is gravity bongs. That's cartridges. That is a spliff. And then that is a word that I cannot say, otherwise YouTube is going to come after me and my family. So I'm not going to say it, but I haven't smoked one of these. So that's not even going to be on the tier list, guys. It's not going to be there. I've never smoked one. Let me know if you smoke one down below. Let me know how it is, because I don't have any experience with that one. So if you are experienced with those, let me know how they are. With that out of the way, guys, we know how everything's going. We know how everything is. We're just going to get right into it, man. Number one, we're just going to go in random order, guys. I'm just going to start off with, I think we're just going to start off with the gravity bong, guys. It's going to be a random pick for me. For me, guys, gravity bongs are not amazing. They're not my favorite. I think I'm gonna put it in D. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Don't get me wrong, okay? Gravity bongs for me, they are good for a group of people, a big group of people, a party. They are good for when you have multiple people taking hits. Not really good for solo, man. It's just too much work. It's too much cleanup. It's too tedious. Or just, you know, for yourself, I think. So for me, man, it's got to go a little bit lower. The hits are great. You can get really faded off a gravity bong, absolutely. But you know, you're gonna have a lot of cleanup. You're gonna be getting little, you know, scoobies into your water. It's gonna be kind of gross, dude. It's It's just a lot for a gravity bong. It's just a lot to get high. So that's why it's got to be D. you can absolutely get extremely high and get great rips off of it, but you know, as a daily consumption method, as a, you know, consistent consumption method, it's just not that convenient. So it's going to go in D tier. All right, man. Up next, we are going to talk about edibles, man. Let's talk about eddies. Now for me, man, I really do like edibles. Edibles are awesome, man. Edibles were one of the very first ways I got high, and it got me high off my ass. And they still do. Like edibles, I don't know what it is, man. I just never really adjusted to edibles that well. They still really messed me up. They still get me extremely high, man. That can be a good and bad thing because you can absolutely overdo it in edibles. You can take too much. And you know what happens if you take too much edibles? You really can't reduce it, man, unless you throw it up or you puke it out. You got to be careful. You got to go in moderation, but sometimes, you know, you don't feel it. So you take a little bit extra and then you end up way too high, way more high than you actually intended. It can be kind of scary. Edibles, extremely easy way to get high, extremely convenient, man. You're literally just eating. As far as a consistent consumption method, me looking at these compared to the other consumption methods, I gotta say I'm on the fence between C and B, guys. I think I'm gonna go B because they're good, man. They're really easy, they're convenient, they can get you extremely high. You just got to be careful with them because they can get you too high and they can kind of mess up your whole day if you really have plans, man. So you got to be careful with them, but other than that, you should have a pretty decent experience. Up next, man, let's talk about bubblers, man. Now for me, bubblers they're okay. They're decent. You can get some pretty decent hits. You can get some bigger hits than regular pipes. They're not great. You're not going to be getting fantastic hits. You're not going to be getting anything super spectacular. But for me, just the convenience of it and the level of hit you get compared to the ease of use and all of that is pretty decent. So I'm going to put this in C tier. I think that's a very good middle point. Up next, man, let's talk about tinctures, man. For me, tinctures, I am a pretty big fan of. I like tinctures. I think they've helped me with pain in the past, like physical pain on like spots where I've injured myself. I've actually like rubbed stuff on it and it's actually, you know, helped take the pain physically away. You're not sitting there dropping oil on your tongue all day long. Nobody's doing that. That's kind of crazy. Nobody's doing that. If you're doing that, don't do that. That's kind of crazy, man. For me, man, super easy to use. Really, anybody can get into it. You know, it's not going to be anything overpowering. It's really nice. I think I'm going to put that at B as well. I like that. I like tinctures. Pretty good, pretty solid. It's going to be a B for me. Up next, man, let's talk about dabs, man. Now for me, dabs they're really fantastic, man. They're a fantastic hit. You get an epic hit. You get that taste. You get it all, man. You get extremely high. I am a fan of dabs, man. I am a fan of dabs. They are going to be S tier for me. There isn't really much to say on them, man. They're just really good. It's a really good way to get high. It's a really good way to get really high. And they're a lot of fun. So for me, S tier, absolutely 100% deserved. Up next, we are going to go with the regular old dry pipes. For me, man, hold a special place in my heart because the bowl was the very first way I consistently got high alone when I first started smoking on a regular basis. And it was a decent experience. It could have been a lot better, you know? You really get what you get, man. You get the convenience of it. You get the portability of it. You get a decent hit. You're not gonna be getting anything crazy. You're gonna get high though. So for me, it's gonna go C. It's gonna go definitely below bubblers though. So what are we gonna do next? Let's do spliffs next, dude, because honestly, that's going to go straight in Duke, and need I really say more about that? That is literally just weed and tobacco. Nothing good about a spliff. I smoked one spliff in my life. I did not like it. It was not good. Spliffs are Duke. Don't smoke spliffs. If you're smoking spliffs, dude, you're just wasting the weed, man. Might as well just smoke straight tobacco. Up next, man, my rant about spliffs is over. We are going to do, let's just do bongs, man. Bongs for me, man, going straight into A. Love me a good old bong. I love me a good old percolator bong. Doesn't really get much greater than that. You get a great hit. You get a fantastic high most of the time. You get that taste. Yeah, you get everything, man. And that's what really makes the bong special for me. Super convenient, super easy, and just a great way to get high. Definitely deserve it of A tier, in my opinion. All right, up next, guys, we are gonna go on to carts, man. Carts have been super controversial lately. They've been in the news. Cali carts, man, the pesticides. Things are not looking good with the carts right now. And to be honest, I am, I'm really not a big fan of the carts. I have a cart right here. I do. It is my last cart. And then I am taking a break from carts from, you know, for at least a while, hopefully quitting them for good, man, because I really don't like them. I don't remember the last time I got a really good cart high. It's been a while, man. It's been a really long while. Nowadays, I just get drowsy off them. They don't really get me any, you know, really good high effects. They're super convenient. I gotta give them that, but they're not really much more than that. You're not gonna get a great hit. You're really not getting too much flavor. You're not getting any really of the good stuff. For me, man, it's gonna go in the D. Not really great. There's better ways to do it out there, but I understand why, you know, they are so popular. They're just so convenient, so easy to use. But for me, man, they are going into D. Did not mean to do that, by the way, guys. All right, what's next? We're down to 2 methods, man. 2 methods that I saved for last for a very specific reason. Number 1, joints. Going into S tier, going up at the top of S tier. Joints are my favorite way to get high. The number 1 way to get high, in my opinion. I just love them. I love the process of rolling a joint. I love the process of smoking a joint. I love everything about it, man. The whole process de-stresses me. And that's a big part of it because I smoke for my anxiety. The process of rolling a J and smoking it really is grounding for me. And that is a big part of why that is my favorite method, because there's nothing else that really does it for me like that. There's nothing as therapeutic as rolling up and then smoking what you roll up, in my opinion. And that's what I love about joints. Blunts, they're similar for me. Not that similar. Blunts are like for special occasions, man. They're for like once or twice a month, Friday nights, you're smoking with a group of your buddies, man. It's just a good old time. That's when you pull out the blunt. That's when you smoke the blunt. I smoke about 1 or 2 blunts a month. I don't mind blunts. They're not the best way to do it, man. I recognize that. I realize that. For me, man, they're going to go into a solid B tier. They're going to be the last of the B tier, but there are going to be B tier nonetheless, man. All right, guys. That's going to do it for my tier list, man. Let's take a final look at it, man. I think that looks pretty good. I'm looking at it on my second monitor here. I don't have any complaints about this list. You probably will. We're different humans, probably going to have different opinions. Let me know what you agree with. Let me know what you disagree with down in the comments below. But overall, I think this is a pretty solid list. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was just me getting back into the swing of things. I wanted kind of a fun video to get back into it. And I thought a tier list would be a great way to do that. You guys get to hear some of my opinions, some of my thoughts. We get to know a little bit about each other. And I think it just, makes for a pretty entertaining experience nonetheless. As always, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you had a great time watching it. Hope you have a fantastic day, week, month, year, whenever you're watching this video. Yeah, guys,